After today's video, we might have to rename the channel to Frugal Forerunner. Stay tuned. This appearance mod is under 20 bucks. Today we're going to change the color of the fog lights. So I went with a laminate, and these are them. And this is the option color yellow. They do have them in a few other different colors. Name of the company is Lamin-X, and I think they have them in amber, pink, green, and then some smoked colors with different levels of darkness. So these were, I believe I got these on Forerunner Lifestyle for probably under $15 if I remember right, and they do have them on Amazon as well. I'll put some links below if you're interested, just so you can go check them out. You can install these guys either wet or dry. Today I'm going to do the dry method because it's a smaller surface area. If it was a larger project or a project with more curves, I would probably opt for the wet install, but we're going to try these dry, at least on the first one, and then we'll see how this one turns out. I know it's going to make a difference in the color of the fog light, which changes the look of the front end, which is what I'm shooting for. But we're also going to check out when it gets darker out. We'll turn them on and we'll see if it makes a difference in the output of the light. So I'm going to do one now, and then I'll leave one without, and then when it gets darker I will do a little test. The install is pretty straightforward. Basically just take the backing off, put it on the fog light. However, the potential challenge is because the fog light is convex, it might present an opportunity for bubbles to form while you're flattening it out. So the goal is these two tabs, you hold them over the light and you try to find the exact center, put your finger there, and that'll be your start, and then you'll start to work out the bubbles around the edge of the fog light. And then also it is larger than the actual fog light, so you're going to be tucking it underneath the bezel, and I'm going to use this tool right here, which I use one of my plastic trim tools when I take door panels off. So I'll use that to tuck in and around and hopefully get the air bubbles out with each side, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so I'm going to take the backing off now, and Lamin-X says that if you do screw it up, if you don't get it centered, or if you're seeing too many bubbles and you're just not happy with the initial application, you can peel it back up and reapply it. So I would assume there's only so many times you can do it before it loses adhesion. However, they said you can do it multiple times, so let's go ahead and give this a shot. And one thing I'm noticing right now that is, as I peeled it off, is it's quite thick. So this should actually be a good protector of the fog light from rock chips. So I'll try to find the center here. Which I believe I have. And then I'm going to work my way in a circular motion and see if we can get these bubbles out. Well, so far it's going pretty well. This whole perimeter looks great. And then when you get to the bezel is when there was a little bit of a challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these tabs right here, right now. Because I only have bubbles actually right around the bezel area, and this is no bubbles at all right here. And then I'm gonna, after cutting these tabs, I'm gonna take the tool and start to tuck it in and then work the bubbles out. So I have my knife right here. I just put a new blade on it too. So that's one tab. That's two tabs. I'm going to use the small side of the tool here first. We'll see how that goes, and I'll tuck it under. Yeah, the material is quite thick, which is actually good. So it won't tear easily, and it will, like I said, this should protect the fog light. At the very least, if I don't like the color, it protects the fog light from rock chips. So yeah, getting it under is relatively easy. I saw a video where somebody actually took the fog light out. I don't think it's necessary. I don't have any bubbles in there at all, and I just got that on probably 60 seconds or so. I think this tool is ideal, or something similar to this, to get it behind the bezel. And it's behind there now, and I have 0 bubbles. I'm just going to make sure that it's tucked in on the sides so I don't get any peeling. But that was it. That was a lot easier than I actually thought. So I like the way it looks so far. I'm going to go inside the truck, turn it on, turn the lights on, and just take a peek at it in the daytime, and then we'll check it out at night too. All right, so lights are on, and I turned off the backlight here. So that's how it looks on. I'll get a close up too. And I'm gonna swap over to the other side and take a look at the one that has no cover on it right now. So I'm gonna back up, see if we can get them both in there. So you can see the difference here. That's the yellow install, and that is the factory clear. So let's come out at night, pop these back on, and take a look at the light output and the appearance. Here's another view when I pulled it out, and you can pick up on the appearance here. The difference between the two. I'm digging it, man. For that price, I'm digging it. Goodbye. Goodbye.